Hey everybody, and welcome to the training today. My name is Trevor, and today we're talking about how to locate good products to sell on eBay, or at least how to identify what products are selling on eBay. If you've got an online business, really any business for that matter, you want to make sure you sell stuff that people actually want, right? That people are actually buying. You don't want to guess at that necessarily. It would be nice to have some data to drive that decision making on what kind of products you source. And so I wanted to take just a few minutes right now and share with you how you can identify products that actually sell on eBay. All right? All right, so here's sort of my three-step approach to this. Number one is we use something called Amazon's bestseller list. It's not their book list, it's their overall bestseller list. I'll show that to you here in just a second. Number two, we show you how to research your competition on eBay and discover what they're selling so you can follow suit. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just look at what other people are doing and doing really well and just do the same thing? That you can do. And then number three, using some of your own data, we call it the shotgun approach or the shotgun method. I'm going to share that with you too. These three items, guys, if you understand how to do these three things, if anybody ever asked you, hey, what sells online or what's hot or trendy right now, you'd be able to say, oh, let me show you. And you'd have the answer. Okay? All right, so number one, Amazon's bestseller list. I'm going to go to google.com real quick, and I'm going to type in Amazon bestseller list, and I'm going to do a search, okay? Here's what's going to come up. You're going to see below the ads right here, there'll be a couple of ads you got to skip through. You're going to come to this one right here. Amazon.com bestsellers, the most popular items on Amazon. Now wait a minute, you might say, Trevor, why are you telling me about Amazon when I want to sell on eBay, right? Well, I mean, let me clarify a little bit. Amazon is a huge online marketplace, right? If something is selling and selling well on Amazon, I can guarantee you it's selling anywhere on the internet really well. It's selling on eBay very well. It's selling within Google very well. If it's on Amazon and it's selling all over the place. Okay, so I'm going to click on this and show it to you. I know this is a little small. I'm going to copy this web address and just put it right here for you guys. Here's the web address, amazon.com/bestsellers/ZGBS, okay? You can pause the video right now and type that into your address bar if you want to get here. Here's what's cool about this list, okay? And I'm just going to highlight right here why I think this is so awesome. This is Amazon's most popular products based on sales. And is it current? You bet it's current. It's updated every single hour. So, based on all the millions upon millions upon millions of dollars of transactions that take place on Amazon, they're sorting all of their departments, okay? Appliances and the baby category and books and clothing and coins and electronics and jewelry, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And they're saying, okay, in these categories, we're going to show you what items sell the most. Now, currently, I'm sitting in toys and games right now. Maybe we can try out a different category here. Let's go to, I don't know, clothing, maybe. Okay, here's their clothing section. All right. So under clothing, according to Amazon, this item is number one right now. And this is real time. This is updated every single hour. So this women's stretch pencil dress item is a number one seller, selling at $22.99. Number two are these gloves. Number three is this hat. Number four, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? In the clothing section, these are the most popular items. Now, you can break it down further. You can say, no, no, I don't want general clothing. I want to know just women's clothing. And I don't want to know just women's clothing. I want to know women's dresses. And within dresses, I want to know the best casual dresses, okay? See how I was able to sort it? Now, according to Amazon, these right here are the best, most popular, regular sellers per sales on Amazon for casual women's dresses. And that's great information for you, because I can guarantee if these items right here are selling well here, they're selling well on eBay, they're selling well throughout Google and throughout the rest of the internet. So if you can find a supplier who carries this type of product, or even use Amazon as a supplier for yourself, you can sell this stuff, and you can know for a fact these are going to be good sellers. Why do we know that? Because this data is real. This is based on actual sales. It's not based on searches. These are based on actual transactions. That's why I trust this data. Okay, it's really cool stuff. I remember in October when I was doing a lot of work trying to sell Halloween products. Halloween stuff is, of course, in demand, huge in October, right? Well, during that time, I was trying to figure out, okay, what Halloween costumes are going to be most popular this year, and how can I figure that out? Well, I found the section within Amazon, and they showed me what were the most popular purchased Halloween costumes. That was huge information. I learned from that, and I took those same types of costumes and went off to sell them other places online, knowing that real people, real buyers out there were actually buying that stuff. Is great. So this is a great way to figure out what's selling, by the way. I just think this is a great way to do it. So that's number one. Number two, and this builds off a little bit of what we did last week, but this is research your competition on eBay. Here's what I mean. Let's go to ebay.com. Okay? And then let's also open up walmart.com. The key to this strategy is to find some competition that's doing drop shipping. And I've always found, for whatever reason, the best way to do that is to come into Walmart and find a product and then search for it on eBay, so I can find other people doing drop shipping, because a lot of people drop ship Walmart products. So I'm going to go here to Christmas decor randomly. I'm going to go to Christmas outdoor decor, and let's just click on one of these random outdoor decor items. How about this inflatable reindeer? Okay, I'm going to copy the title right here, right? Highlight and copy it, and I'm just going to go paste it here into eBay and do a search. And I'm going to see if I can find this same reindeer selling here on eBay. Well, here it is right here. Oh, here's another couple right here, right? Another couple listings. Here's one right here. Okay. They look like they're probably Walmart products, which means the people listing these are probably doing drop shipping like we're doing. I'm just going to click on this one. Looks like this item has 6 watchers. And I'm going to come over here, and I can see the seller's information here at the right-hand side of the screen. And I can click See Other Items. And that's going to take me into this seller's items. This seller has 144 listings, and all of them look like they're probably Walmart listings. Okay. Now, I can filter this person's listings, and I can come right here to the bottom left, and I can click on Sold Listings, and this is going to show me of this person's items which products they have that are actually selling. They sold this recently. This was sold on November 23rd. They sold this November 23rd. They sold this November 21st. They sold this November 20th, so on and so forth. Now, as I'm scrolling through these, I'm seeing kind of a trend, guys. I'm seeing a lot of Christmas decor. Now, that shouldn't surprise you, right? Today's November 24th or November 24th. Looks like these guys are selling a whole ton of Christmas decor. That's going to clue me in right there, just based off of this person's sales, that maybe I ought to be listing some holiday decor type items. Not just any holiday decor either. Specifically, as I'm looking at their stuff, they have a lot of outdoor inflatable type stuff, outdoor decor. Maybe that could be an area that I start to focus my attention. Right? These are real sales. These are real sales made by another real seller currently on eBay. These are sales they've been making in the past week. So it's pretty cool. You don't have to, like, we're trying to take the guesswork out of this. You know, using your competition like I'm doing right now, other sellers that are drop shipping on eBay. The key is to identify who they are and what they're selling. And then of the things they're selling, what are, you know, can you see a trend at all? And here I see holiday items. I see some toys that are being listed. You know, why reinvent the wheel? Why not look at other people who are currently drop shipping and making money like this, and why not follow suit? There's room for everybody, right? There's room for you guys to get in here. Holiday sales are going to be bigger this year than they ever have been. Get in there and take your piece. All right. So we can use our competition. Now let me show you the last method here. We call this the shotgun method. If you think about a shotgun, when you shoot a shotgun, it's not one bullet that hits a direct point. When you shoot a shotgun, you shoot a lot of little BBs or little pellets that spread in an area, right? Well, this is kind of like that. These other two strategies here were more of like a, hey, I'm going to research and then I'm going to choose a specific product. This is what I like to call the shotgun method, where you basically hop onto a supplier's website. Maybe your supplier is Walmart, or maybe it's Amazon, or whoever your drop shipping supplier is, and you basically list anything and everything as fast as you possibly can. For example, I might randomly choose the Christmas outdoor decor section, and I wouldn't look at these items specifically. I wouldn't research competition. I wouldn't do any of that. I would just list this first one right here. Once I'm done with that, I would list this second one, and then the Santa here, and then the third one, and then the fourth one. I'd list every single thing on this page. Okay? All of these outdoor inflatable type products, and then I'd go to the next page, and I'd list everything here. One after another, boom, 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 listing. And the only way this method is actually really effective is if you're quick at your listings. So you got to be doing, 5-minute listings or less, so that I can do 15 listings in an hour. And if you think about it this way, if you got that fast and you were doing 15 listings in an hour, you could do 30 in the space of 2 hours in theory, maybe a little bit more. If you did that for 2 hours, 5 days a week, or even 7 days a week, you'd be up in the realm of 200 plus new active listings on eBay each week. Now you might say, Trevor, that sounds like a lot of work doing all that listing. It is a lot of work, but the best data you can ever get for yourself is your own data. So if you list all this stuff yourself, you're going to be able to watch your statistics. eBay actually provides you with real statistics, views and watchers, and you'll start closing sales, and you'll be able to watch what's working for you, and you'll be able to keep the ones that are selling, and then if you get a few that aren't selling or aren't getting a lot of interest, well, you get rid of those and you replace them the next week with something else. This is called the shotgun approach. You're basically throwing a bunch of products to the wall and seeing what sticks. And what sticks you keep selling, and what doesn't you get rid of and you find something else. This takes the place of doing research, okay? You're basically doing your own research by getting tons of products listed. You learn a lot through the volume of your listings. Another great way to figure out what's selling. And I can't tell you how many items I've found that do sell using this method that I would have never discovered had I not just gotten in there, rolled up my sleeves, and gotten my hands dirty listing lots and lots of products. Interesting strategy, right? But I can tell you guys, looking at these three strategies right here, through doing that, you'll be able to identify what sells. And if you can identify what sells, half of your research is over. The next step is to find suppliers that fill, that drop ship, or suppliers that you can get inventory by maybe carrying some of your inventory. Maybe you have to buy in bulk, or maybe you can buy from retailers. I know a lot of you guys prefer drop shipping, where you basically have somebody do the shipping for you, right? You just list their goods for sale, and then if they sell, you order it from your supplier and they ship it out. You never own the products. You're kind of like the middleman retailer who's making a cut off of the sale. I know a lot of you guys are interested in that, and that's a great way to do it. But that's it, guys. Like these three strategies really should help you identify what to sell, and then you can go out and try to figure out finding suppliers. And that's a training for another time. But I think being able to answer this question is an important one. Okay. All right, guys. Real quick, any questions about what we talked about today? Especially some of you that are new here. Maybe you've never heard of doing strategies like this. I'll leave it open for a little bit of Q&A, and then we'll finish up. By the way, Valerie, if you're still here, have you started this? Have you started to do any listings on your own yet? How many do you have up? Valerie's been at a couple of our different webinars in the past, and so she's already starting. You've got 5 so far? Cool. Okay. I'm curious, for your first 5, how long did they take you to do? Like start to finish, how long did it take you to get one of those listed? By the way, if you guys are new here, you can type in questions and comments to me. There should be a little box there to type messages to me. Geraldine, you don't have to get a coach to start. Obviously, that's our goal. Most of you guys, if you feel like you can do this, we'd like to set you up with a coach and have you start with us. But we do these trainings kind of as a courtesy to you guys. I know a lot of our clients, before they got set up with a coach, initially kind of wanted to try it on their own and see if they could do it first, and then later got set up with one. So if you want to start by yourself, you're fine too. You don't need to have a coach to start, Geraldine. Eloise, yes, you would definitely have to set up a PayPal account, and in our net to cash here, we kind of talk about how to get started by setting up your eBay and PayPal. Yeah, Valerie, and that should be the case. You're going to get faster. Really, the goal is 5-minute listings, and it sounds like you're on your way to doing that. AliExpress is probably my favorite, Karen. Of all the wholesale companies I've ever used, I'm a big advocate of using AliExpress.com, and that's if you don't mind carrying some of your own inventory. AliExpress is sort of an Asian dealer, or for the most part is Asian. You're buying products directly out of China, usually carrying the inventory there at your home and shipping them out yourself. So if you're interested in doing that, this is a great resource to find products. It's not really a drop shipping resource, and the other thing you got to be careful of is don't buy any name brand stuff from AliExpress because it's not real. It's going to be sort of like a rip off. So if you think you're buying a pair of Nike shoes, they may look and feel like Nikes, but they're not real Nikes, and so you could get into trouble for trying to sell that type of merchandise. So make sure you sell generic stuff if you get into this AliExpress stuff. In another training, Karen, we can cover other types of wholesalers and other suppliers that might be of worth to you. I know at least one of the big things that we teach our clients to do is we like you to do retail drop shipping. Use retail suppliers as your supplier. Thanks for being here, Katie. We're glad to have you here. I'm going to go ahead. Before I know there's a few more questions, let me turn off the recording. If you guys are watching this recorded, thank you for being here. Hopefully this gave you some insight into how to figure out what's selling online.